you trying to build an amazing physique that demands respect? Are you trying to build a physique that just heads turn when you walk by? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can build an androgen dense physique. So what is an androgen dense physique? An androgen dense physique is basically a physique which is dense in androgen receptors. So what are androgen receptors? So androgen receptors are dense specifically in men. You have your traps, your shoulders, your upper back, your upper chest. Those areas are very enhanced in steroid users. When you see a guy that takes steroids, you're going to notice these areas are very enhanced. But when someone's enhanced, you just want to keep look at him because it's so impressive. When you look at guys that have an impressive physique, these areas are very impressive. Then you see other guys who train for years and they don't have these areas dense. They might have big arms, a big lower chest, abs, maybe legs. They don't look that impressive. But the guys who have dense androgen receptors look so much more impressive. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can accomplish an androgen dense physique. Okay, but why should you listen to me? I'm some guy in a room with a t-shirt on, but I'm going to show you some results. So if you don't know who I am, I'm a testosterone coach and I specialize in this. And you can say I'm average when it comes to my strength. My deadlift is around 280 kilos. My bench around 150, squat 220. Could be so much better, but whatever. There's my physique. It's okay, I guess. And yeah, that's my credentials. Okay, why should you listen to me? I started very skinny. You can see 120 pounds and accomplished this. This was maybe 2 years ago. I'm a bit better now, but yeah. Okay, so why should you listen to me? Again, results from my clients. I'm only showing you this not to impress you, but to impress upon the fact what I'm talking about actually works. So I can get my point to you, because some people won't listen unless they see some results. There's another testimonial here. And yeah, so here's the actual strategy. But before I get into telling you the actual strategy, let me explain to you how I got here. So I've been training about 6 to 7 years, and I obsess about these things. I'm really obsessed about the human body, how doing things differently can enhance your body. I'm very passionate about how, people in Africa, how they don't train and they still have impressive physiques. And it all has to come down to, your androgen receptors, nucleus overload, your anabolic hormones and so on. And when it comes to, training and things like that, a lot of guys like to train 6 times a week, doing a lot of volume training like bodybuilders. But I have a different opinion when it comes to that. I've done a lot of courses. I'm certified in personal training and nutrition. And like I said, I'm not saying this to impress you, but impress upon the fact that there's something different that I'm doing. No one talks about these things. You see some guys that talk about this aspect, but no one really has the entire spectrum of really getting you to a particular type of physique. Like I genuinely believe I figured out a formula. Because a lot of guys these days, they're like, okay, I'll just train harder. I'll go to the gym and maybe I'll get some results. Maybe I'll go get bigger. But I can show you the exact steps. Just like 1 + 1 is 2. I'm going to show you if you do this and you do this, you're going to get X. So I'm going to exactly show you how you can do it. I've tried a lot of different types of training programs. Your 6 times a week, full body. I know people like Kino Body, Brandon Carter, Conor Murphy. The big guys in the industry like August, Matt August, David Lade, Jeff Side, all these people. And I really studied a lot of these people. And majority of these individuals are taking gear. And let me tell you one thing. When you inject a steroid once in your life, your endocrinology is completely different compared to a natural person. So you cannot listen to these people anymore. So I had a rude awakening when I realized I can't listen to these people because their bodies work different. And I'm a natural, so I need to find my own way. And this is the strategy I came across. I tried a lot of different programs. I failed a lot. I tried a lot of things. I used to be obsessive about it. I used to train, in the hopes that I'll get results. Now I kind of lay back and I know I follow the steps and I get results. So here are the steps. So if you're trying to accomplish an androgen dense physique, you need to follow these steps. And another reason why it's important for you to have an androgen dense physique, even though I see a lot of guys, there's two spectrums when it comes to having an amazing physique. You see, they're a bit smarter guys, they're kind of more mature, and they're like, oh, lifting weights and getting big it's for kids. It's for the immature. They talk about, oh, it's very like low in the funnel, like it's for the guys that are like obsessive about sleeping with women, doing drugs, all that things. I disagree, and I'll tell you why. When you have an androgen dense physique, you're healthier, more stronger. The woman, that you want to get with, she's not scared to be with you. She feels safe, and that's what you want to provide to a woman. You want to make her feel safe, and you're going to do that by having an impressive physique, and you do that by improving your androgen dense areas, because other men will be scared of you because you just look intimidated. So another thing, when we as men see a woman with the hourglass shape, what is it about her that makes her attracted to her? It's wired in our biology because it's a sign of good health. It's a sign that she's healthy. It's a sign that her hormones are working well. Now let me tell you, if we switch the roles, what are women attracted to? Women are attracted to men with androgen dense individuals, that V-taper. When you see someone that's gay, like a gay lad, he's attracted to men with a V-taper as well, because his biology is changed. When you get a gay lad and you boost his testosterone levels naturally, he's not gay no more. He's attracted to women. There's actually a study done about this. I don't want to get too deep into that. I can maybe make a video about it later. But yeah, it's very powerful stuff. So yeah, when you build an androgen dense physique, you're going to feel so much better. You're going to be confident. Your testosterone is going to be higher. And it's just a positive feedback loop. Second of all, women are going to be attracted to you naturally because you're just attractive. Your hormones are in place. There's something about you that's different. You stand out. And the bar is super low. The bar is super low. If you go to the gym and you follow these steps, this is for free. If you just follow this, you're going to be better than the 99% and you look so much more impressive. If you're trying to get even to the next level, you can work with me one-on-one. But this is more than enough to stand out. So let's get into it. So the first step, we have strength standards. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't seen me talk about this before. But different strength standards you accomplish, your body's going to change. If you go from benching 60 kilos to benching 100 kilograms, your body's going to change. Your chest is going to get bigger. It's progressive overload. Like, your body has to change. I'm pretty sure Albert Einstein said this once. Insanity is thinking that by doing the same thing constantly and expecting different results. You see a lot of guys in the gym, they go to the gym day in, day out, and they see the same results. But when you look at the weights that they're lifting, it's the same. They're not moving forward. They're not progressively overloading, which I'll talk about more. So different standards will give you different results. So if you go from, let's say, benching one time your body weight for 5, 1.2, 1.4, your body's going to change. And it's relative to your strength. Let me give you an example. What would you rather? A business that does, let's say, $1 million in revenue per year, and 80% of that is profit? Or would you rather a business that's doing $4 million a year in revenue, but 20% of that is profit? The second one seems more tempting because it's a bigger number, the revenue is bigger. But when you actually look at the profits, the money that you actually take home, the one that's making $1 million is so much more better, because you're taking home more. So it's the same thing with the strength standards. Yeah, you see guys that are huge and they're benching, 100, 120, but you don't see guys like me, lean, aesthetic, can do muscle ups, weighted pull-ups, and benching 150 kilos. I like when I do things like that in the gym, heads turn, because it's like it's unseen. And I want you to accomplish that as well. I want you to be so strong that, you're super lean, you put on a baggy t-shirt and you don't look that impressive. But then the numbers that you're putting up is just like, people are like, what? And it's a good indicator that you're natural, because if I was to be enhanced taking stuff and I'll be benching 150, my physique would be so much more impressive, because like I mentioned, when you take stuff, your endocrinology changes. So you're going to accomplish different strength standards while keeping a low body fat percentage. And here I'm going to get into it. Because like I mentioned, you want to keep lean. I want you to bench 150 kilos, 160 kilos, and they do weighted pull-ups with 80 kilos. Yeah, you see guys doing heavy bench, but they can't do a pull-up. How impressive is that? It's not. So yeah. Then we have body fat percentage. So we have three spectrums. We have below 8% body fat, we have above 15% body fat, and then we have the G-spot, 8 to 15% body fat. There's ways you can test your body fat percentage. You have your DEXA scans, you can do a lot of weird stuff. But the best one, quite simple, it's called the Navy SEAL method. Just Navy SEAL method, body fat. You see, so you click this, whatever. That's for, like, I never really care about my, track it, but whatever. You can put it in. I just know, based on doing it for a long time, I can look at myself, okay, I'm 15, I'm 14, I'm 12, I'm 8, whatever. You can do this, it's free, just do the measurements and you're good. So yeah, that's how you can track your body fat percentage and why it's important. So if you're below 8% body fat, you're going to have low testosterone levels because you're in a state of stress. You don't have proper hormone regulation. You need body fat in your body to regulate your hormones properly. You need body fat to keep you warm. You need body fat for isolation to not injure yourself, and so on. Then you have above 15% body fat. I know Alpha Destiny from outalpha.com or something. You probably know the guy, amazing, but you notice his hair is receding. He's very he acts feminine to an extent because he's missing the link. He has all this, training properly, but his nutrition. He's vegan. He's eating all the blocking foods. His hair is receding, and it's sad to see because he prioritizes one aspect of his life, which is just training, but then his nutrition, supplementation, lifestyle, his hormones are messed up. I would love to see that guy follow my protocols with testosterone optimization. He'll be super strong. But yeah, he made it popular to be above 15% body fat. That bear look. So you're super big, with your natural, you wear a t-shirt and you're big. But the issue with that is you have more aromatase enzyme activity. So your body fat holds an aromatase enzyme. And when you have above 15% body fat, you hold more of it. And what the enzyme does is convert your hard-earned testosterone into estrogen, which you don't want, obviously. So when you're working with me, the first thing I do is get you to 8 to 15 body fat percentage. So you do this by being in a caloric deficit, following a proper diet protocol, and I get you to that point. And yeah, that's 2 steps. So yeah, goal is androgen dense, strength standards, 8 to 15 body fat percentage. Next, recovery, optimizing your recovery. So yeah, your sleep, quality over quantity. And I might do more videos about improving sleep, but yeah, just making sure your quality is amazing. Men who sleep 8 hours per night have 200% more testosterone levels than men who only sleep 4 hours per night. Sleep is huge. You make testosterone in your REM sleep, in your deep sleep. So it's super important. Stress and steps. So obviously optimizing your stress, having your stress low, and having more steps during the day. I know a lot of guys when they're bulking or trying to build muscle, they avoid, walking or cardio because my gains. But steps are essential for improving your recovery. So when you move your lymphatic system. So we have your circadian, am I saying that right? The system that your heart pumps, right? Your vascular system. You have a heart which pumps everything, but then you have your lymphatic system which has nothing that pumps it. What pumps it is your movement and going from cold to warm. So steps will improve that. Detoxing your lymphatic system, And then sex. So what I mean by that, when you're having sex every day, you're not going to be in an optimal state. Your testosterone is going to be lower, so on. NoFap, if you're not on NoFap, there's something wrong with you. Like, honestly, I don't even want to debate you. Get on NoFap like yesterday. And yeah, that's my take on that. And then metabolic rate. Okay, let me ask you a simple question. Let's say you have twins, right? Weight the same genetics, same height, all that good stuff. But one eats 2,000 calories to maintain his weight, and the other eats 4,000 calories to maintain his weight. What do you think that the other guy's body is doing with the extra 2,000 calories? I see guys going around, I eat 800 calories a day and I have high testosterone. And I'm like, no, you don't. You probably just have super high stress hormones, and then gives you a high which makes you think that you have high testosterone. That's why the ketogenic diet might make you feel amazing for the first couple of weeks, because your adrenaline is so high, it fools you into thinking that you feel amazing, but for real, you're actually in a state of stress. So yeah, the guy that's eating 4,000 calories, his metabolic rate is higher, his heart rate is higher, his temperature is higher, and his body is in a state of abundance. It's in a wasteful metabolic state. In this state, he's going to build more muscle. He's going to have more testosterone. Everything is going to be better. So, boosting your metabolic rate, and how you track that, because I'm a huge believer in what gets measured gets accomplished and gets managed, is tracking your heart rate. 80 to 86 is a very good heart rate, because it's a sign that your body's in a good state. There's energy going through. Little kids have high heart rates. The belief that a low heart rate is a sign of good health is just stupid. Like, it does not make sense. So you're telling me marathon runners, which have 40 beats per minute, they're a sign of good health. They're skinny, they're denatured, their body adapts in a way to preserve energy. That's why you don't want that. Then you have your temperature. I have a simple story when it comes to temperature. I was talking to my sister's boyfriend, and he was talking to me about his job, whatever. And he makes a small statement that before he started work, he had to check his temperature. And he would see all his co-workers' temperature. And he told me, for some reason, everyone's temperature was 35 degrees, 34. And he was like surprised, like, why is everyone's temperature so low? One of the reasons is eating blockers like polyunsaturated fats. Many guys like to believe that, fish oils and all that good stuff is good for you. That does not make sense. Where do fish come from? From cold seas. And we're warm. We have warm bodies. Let's say you're consuming a lot of polyunsaturated fats. Your body has to adapt in a way to the consumption of polyunsaturated fats. Because there's 3 types of main fats. There's more, but there's 3 main ones. Saturated, monounsaturated, and poly. Saturated is the whole bond. Monounsaturated, it's 2 bonds. And then 1 bond, like there's 2 and a bond. And then poly is many bonds. The saturated fat is like coconut oil. You can heat it up as high as you want. It's not going to turn brown. It's not going to oxidize. The monounsaturated fat, it's pretty good as well. you can consume it, it's still good. But then you have the polyunsaturated fat, which you put the heat up on the pan too much, it's just going to turn black. And that's what you call trans fats, when you oxidize it super a lot. And yeah, so when you're consuming a lot of polyunsaturated fats from fish, for instance, your body's going to adapt by lowering your body temperature, because our bodies will oxidize the polyunsaturated fats which you consume from your diet. And yeah, so optimizing that. Higher temperature is a symptom of a high metabolic rate. When your body's in a state of abundance, high testosterone, high metabolic rate, your body's going to produce heat. The main symptoms of low testosterone is like low heart rate, low temperature, low energy, all that stuff. And they're eating like 1500 calories. It's madness. Okay, so we got that sorted. Now we get into progressive overload. So you're at your current state and you have your, let's say you're here, you're probably even further, you're somewhere here, and you want to get to androgen dense. So you know where you are, you know where you want to go. How do you get to this? How do you get to here? So you use progressive overload. You don't want to be that guy that goes to the gym for a year and sees no progress. So you use progressive overload. You use things like linear progression, daily undulating periodization, reverse pyramid training, rest pause, and there's so on. Standard pyramid training. Just pick one or two and just be consistent with it. Don't overcomplicate it, just keep it simple. And we have things like concurrent periodization. Alpha Destiny is a huge believer in that. It's more of an advanced protocol. And yeah, this is the strategy that will take you from, this is the strategy I use to go from skinny to androgen dense. So yeah, hopefully you got some value out of this video. And yeah, my strategy. See you later. Peace.